Hey, how are you? Okay, now here's me. It's Tom Richards, infamous novelist or something. Don't know. And right now I'm walking part of the Barrow Way. You can't see it, but the house is up there, that little cottage of mine. And I've got some walking poles, see? And there's sheep around here someplace. And I used to walk down here quite a bit. I had a medical problem, no big deal. And yeah, every now and then I'd find seals down in here someplace. And one time over here, I found there's a little inlet over here. I found a carcass of a dead seal. There's Alahis. Just down there at the end of that point there, that's a copper mine. And you can see it better. That's Scariff, the far distant island. And that belongs to County Kerry. And just beyond that, if you remember me saying, is Skellig Michael. And that's the basis I used for Solis Moor, the Magic Island in Dolphin Song. Now, okay, now I'm going to make this quick. I haven't been walking that long, but I'm out of breath right now. And, all right. So yesterday we talked about, well, a little bit about characters. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, character development. And we talked a little tiny bit about backstories. Now, you know, okay, what's a backstory? We were talking about, you know, relatives you use to maybe, or good friends or whatever, to create your protagonists and antagonists and create the tension and you start to come up with the plot a little bit and your premise. What is a backstory and why should you write it down? Now, if you're a brand new novelist like I once was, or a creator of nonfiction, which is about the same thing, you're going to have to pitch to a literary agent if you want to get published, other than Amazon, which is how I started. This time, anyway. And you've got one shot. If they don't like it, they won't even respond to your query letter. So, in the query letter, when you put it in, they'll sometimes ask you for the first 3 chapters. In a lot of books, that's where your exposition is. And there's nothing that drives a potential literary agent more crazy than if you get something small wrong, like the age. So let's say that you're talking about Jill. And, you know, Jill starts out in the book as 32. And 32, and she's got yellow hair, blonde hair, shoulder length, whatever. And you go to the next chapter, and all of a sudden, Jill's 44. She's got brown hair and hazel eyes, and she had brown eyes or black eyes in the last chapter. And the literary agent is all confused and is convinced you don't know how to write. The other example of that, and I've done it myself, is changing titles or names. For instance, I'm developing a book now, I've told you, The Dazzling Helen Fox. And there's a guy in there that started out as a Commodore when he should have been a captain. And that's why rewrite is so important, but also why backstory. I'll go back to it. What's a backstory? You write it down. Start with your main protagonist, so Jill. Jill, and it's something you always refer to. Jill, what's her last name? Jill Sullivan. Okay, she's Irish, maybe, or Irish descent. And where was she born? Boston, say, okay? And she's got a Boston accent, all right? And she does have brown hair and hazel eyes. Not red hair or blonde hair, brown hair and hazel eyes, and she's 5'4". And now you go into her in depth. Who's she married to? Okay, she's single right now. Has she had any children? Is she divorced? No, she's never been married, has no children, didn't adopt any. She's single. How about her parents? She has both parents. Her father is then why, you know, let's put down what the father's like. Because, you know, parents influence us as we get older, even when we're younger. Okay, when she was a baby, he was a really nice guy, a very gentle and caring dad, you know? So she got raised right. Yeah, they went out to the park all the time, and he taught her kick a ball and how to ride a bike, and they got a little puppy, and he helped to raise that puppy and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's great. And he had a great job. He was he was a school superintendent. So that's good pay. And they lived in a really nice neighborhood in North Boston, near Farmingham. And, so life was really nice for this woman. Okay? All right. So now the mom. Now the mom's a little different. The mom had problems when she was young. Her father was not an alcoholic, but he was just a very angry man because of how he was raised and what he'd been through. And he used to beat the kid or scream at her when she'd done something really wrong, like forget to take out the dog, and she had a little puppy and it'd poop in the couch and stuff like that. And he used to get really angry. And the mom wouldn't know what to do. She wouldn't know how to confront this anger of his. So one day she picked up her daughter and they left. And that's her backstory. And that's how you start. You start that with every main character you have, even the smaller characters. Doesn't matter. Give them something, a name, first name and a last name, family members, where they were born, where they live now, where else they might have lived, like me. I've lived all over the United States and then all over Ireland, been to lots of parts of the world. And that's influenced how I think and how I act and how I judge people, if I'm open-minded or if I'm not. That's the secret to writing, to starting to write. And you always go back to it. As you get into your book, as you really start writing the book, you might think, I'm wrong. This woman's name isn't whatever. Her name is Jacinta. That suits her better. And she's not Irish. She's Italian or something. Okay, because maybe you want to put in an Italian neighborhood in New York, not Boston. So you move it. It's no big deal. You're only getting into the first couple of chapters anyway. So rewriting those first chapters, which is the basis of your entire book, that's how you start. And that's how you start your novel. That's one of the things you do. All right, when I put this up, I'm just going to call this Backstories. I'll put a little tiny explanation, that's it. When I get back, I might add more. Okay, guys, let's leave you with this. Isn't that stunning? I haven't had any time off in quite a while, and I've been stupid. I've been writing too quick. And as I said the other day, if you get exhausted, it's really hard to write. So stop. Get up and go for a walk or have a beer or have some lunch or whatever. Then come back to it if you feel like it. Have a target. For me, my target right now is about 2,000 words a day. I've exceeded that target this week anyway. I'm up to about 8,000 words in 3 days. No, more than that. I wrote about 500 words a day, so say 7,500 words. Tomorrow I hope to achieve 10,000 words in total for the 5 days. Maybe. Who cares? All right. God bless you guys. See you again. And goodbye from stunning Barroway. What a way to live, huh? God bless. Bye-bye.